Well, good afternoon, folks. Welcome along to something a little bit different here today. My name is Thomas. I am one half of Cornbrook Contractors, and I'm here with the lovely Massey Ferguson 7485. This is my machine, and we're doing a little bit of ploughing today. We're doing a little bit of ploughing for a farmer of ours by the name of Tony, one of our clients. We're over here on Hillside Farm. Yeah, we've got a little bit of sunflower ground to go out today, so I'm going to jump back into the cab here, and we'll get ourselves going. Get my door shut though. Don't need that open. So I hope you're all doing very well. This is going to be a little vlog of ours. Myself and my business partner are currently working away, trying to make sure we get everything covered here. He is on his way up here shortly, actually, with our other tractor in the fleet, as we're going to get this drilled in with a little bit of spring barley today. So he's shouldn't be too far away, I don't think. I had a couple of other jobs to finish off first down at the yard, and then we'll be up, and we shouldn't. It's not a particularly big field. I think it comes in around just under 10 acres actually. I think it's about 9 acres, so it won't take us too long to finish. As you can see, I've already got a healthy start in the effort to get ahead of him. I came up about an hour ago just to get really pushed on. So yeah, I've got my Massey Ferguson 7485 here. We have got a Agro 5-furrow reversible plough in the back, which is doing a lovely job. This land in question though is like I said, it was sunflowers. It's particularly heavy though, and it's dry on the surface, but it's still nice and sticky underneath. So it's taken a little bit of pounding through to really get this turned over. Ideally, it could probably do with another couple of days of sunshine really to let it dry out, but it's not going to get that. We're a bit against the time. And it's been a bit of a miserable spring in terms of weather, so we're striking whilst we can with the nice weather. And the sunshine is out, like I say, so the top should dry out a little bit, get a bit of a crust to it, and then when Jamie arrives here, he can work it down with his machine. Should get it done nicely. So yeah, there's just the two of us at the moment. At some point in the future, we might get some extra help. We're going to be looking to see what we can do and slowly build up and expand there, but just a small time little operation really, where we're taking on as much work as we can. We're able to keep the two of us busy at the moment, which is always good. And we're building up a nice kind of bank of clients around here, including Tony here, who it's a family-run farm at Hillside. But for various reasons, health reasons of his brother, I think it is, they opted to downsize, get rid of the arable side, keep the land, get rid of all the arable equipment, and pass that on to contractors, aka us, and they're keeping control of the dairy herd. So that's where we come into play. There we go. Lovely stuff. Everything is coming along nicely. We put a lot of the rest of the land here into winter crops. Actually, back last autumn we were in here. So there's a lot of land around here that we'll be hoping to get the harvest contract for.
Hey Tom, I've arrived at the farm.
Oh, there you go. Well, hello, Jamie. Whereabouts are you?
I'm just over by the seed. I'm about to fill up. I can see you going up and down the field, so that's brilliant.
I'm waving for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have our handy dandy CB radios in here. Which means that we can quite easily communicate because we're not often in the same field.
No, we tend to be separated a fair amount when we're not working on a single job together, don't we?
Now, Tony mentioned that he has left the keys in his tractor. Is that right? Are you going to be able to fill up there? Okay.
He has. I just jumped out the tractor. I had to run back because Sunday had you over the ZB again. Yeah, he's left the keys to the tractor, so I'm going to jump out now and fill up. So I'll give you a shout once I've got filled up.
10-4, sir. 10-4. Okie dokie. So yeah, it's important. I find that we both have CB radios. I find that as it is a two-man operation, if we're at different ends of the area. Then we need to be able to get in touch with each other in case anything happens. We're in quite a hilly area here, so not often, or quite often, we don't get sufficient cell phone coverage. mobiles this won't work, and if you land in a spot of bother, you're far better to reach us on the old CB radio, which is great. But yeah, I've got a little bit of a head start on him here. We've got the 3-meter drill, so I guess he could probably quite quickly catch up with me here, so I need to be careful about that and keep going. But he looks like he's filling up the back of the drill there now, which is great. So he's got a lovely little 3-meter Amazon drill on there. We've had that one about a year, I think. But yeah, we're both tractors are in the region of about 180 horsepower. So the idea being that we can both take on the same role. We're not exclusively tied down to one gig or another. We can, if the need be's, we can both kind of flick through. And that's what we kind of manage to do most of the time. I think he's just setting up his configuration over there a little bit. But yeah, it is my aim at least to get GPS onto both tractors so we can make increase our efficiencies and our outputs. But man, GPS costs a lot of money. What you may find as well when you go back over the hill, in that corner, I came through a little bit of a wet patch. You might get a little bit boggy over there, just to give you a bit of a heads up.
Yeah, I should probably have my 4-wheel drive on anyway. I'm not doing that at the moment.
I mean, you should probably be in the Massey. That would get you through the issue.
Good old New Holland. That'll keep me going.
It is my dream, ladies and gentlemen, to get our fleet in red. But I think there's going to be a little bit of conflict.
Stop using the markers on this. They're useless.
Oh, I haven't used those in quite a while. Do we need to put it back into the workshop and have a bit of a go with that?
I think they're just bouncing off the top of the plough furrows. They're not very effective on it.
Right. I was saying actually before you got up here that whilst it's quite dry on the top, it's a little bit sticky underneath, so it's probably just not breaking down properly enough for the markers to work. If we had time and another machine, it would have been nice to give this a bit of a working down with a harrow or something. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick look to see what we're looking like as we're turning over here. Problem we have with the sunflowers is that it gets really compacted around here when you come to lift this, when you come to turn it over. So there are times when you just can't turn it over properly, and you find that the you'll find that the furrows aren't actually turning over as much as sliding really, but it's coming through there quite nicely. It's not looking too bad at all. Jamie's doing his thing. He's going to be catching it with me in no time at all. But here is the Mighty Gale again. I always like to come and have a quick look at it. This is our logo. We just recently put our logos onto the tractors. They're looking rather magnificent. We have a friend of ours who's able to put them on. And he's going to be coming back shortly to put them on a few other bits and pieces. But yeah, we always like to try and just get everything looking smart and professional where possible. I was just saying, Jamie, I'm going to try and get the sign writer guy to come back in and do the trailers next week, I think. Do you want me to get him to have a go at your door again?
I think that'd be a good idea. I think he's put it a little bit on the wonk.
I did notice that. I didn't want to say anything in front of his face because he was really pleased with it. But we might get him to get that, like, have another go at that. Maybe if we peel that one off or something, you can have another stab at it.
Yeah, I mean, in general, it's a nice piece of work, but it is just slightly leaning forward, I think.
I think Tony wants me to come back up here, or one of us to come back up here in the next few days, and if it dries up like it is today, to start getting some nitrogen out on the winter crops we drilled last year. So I might go, when I finish here, I might just go back and pop the spreader on ready for that, I think.
Excellent. Oh, that's awesome. So that'll be a nice, another little bit of work that he's got us up for.
I think we could be good right through to harvest with some of these fields. It's there's going to be a lot of fertilizer and spraying to do in the coming few months or so. So if we can keep inside of that, he's got quite a bit of land around here as well. So if we can get all of his land, that'll be great for the business. minor technicality there, folks. We just had a little bit of a loose skimmer actually here. This one was just starting to wobble a bit loose and come free, causing us a few issues there. But I think we're all good now. It's looking like it's going to stay on there, that's for sure, which is handy. So we'll get back at it. Yeah, I found a subsoiler at a nearby farm I was leading straw to, and it was it's an old thing, but it was 6-legged. Oh, that would look good for us, but it would have both of our tractors on the knees, so I think it needs about 250 horse there or thereabouts, so maybe next time. We're just kind of coming into the little ends here now, so it won't be too long until I'm on the headland, which would be good actually, because the way Jamie's going there, he's going to get he'd be kind of caught up with me, so we won't be in each other's way too much. I was going to say, depending upon what we get lined up over the coming weeks, we could maybe strike up a deal with him.
I was just thinking the same thing. Nobody wants to have all that excess seed kicking around, and you never know, a couple of the farms around here might not have enough.
No, definitely not. Although I think it'll all depend on if this rain stays away. If it does, we might actually be able to get a little bit more done.
That'd be good. Have a nice dry spell to get all the seed in, and then have a nice wet spell to make it all germinate.
That'd be the dream. It's never really worked like that for us, though. It's always kind of the opposite way around.
Yeah. Can't get on the fields, and then it's too late.
Righto then, I am going to start the headland on the bottom side here, so I'll try and keep out your way.
Okie doke.
Okay, so we've left the narrow headland here. I don't typically like to leave big headlands, not when I've got a small plough and I can turn around quite easily. So I'm thinking maybe 3 or 4 passes should see us right here, and then I will be done. Get out of here time. Yeah, so far it looks like we shouldn't be causing ourselves too much of a problem. Alright, we are just kind of wrapping everything up here nicely. Just got the last dog leg of a headland to do really, so we'll probably just hang on here and wait for Jamie to get this big blue monster of a tractor out of the way. That thing is so loud, it's coming through the cab here. It has a straight pipe on it, it's incredible.
God, it's taking me a while to turn around, sorry about that.
You see, it's just a bit numb, that's all it is. Perfect, so yeah, it's really not going to take me much more than kind of 15 minutes I reckon to get this all wrapped up here. And then that's a job well done, on to the next one. But I think by the time we get back to the yard, there'll be mid-afternoon. I can't foresee there being any more work coming in this afternoon. But we will see. You never know when the phone might ring. We had a few different jobs coming in over the winter there, where we had to get called out to. Jamie got called out to go and pull a couple of cars out of ditches, and we have a big loader back at the yard there that we had to go and scrape some roads with. So yeah, you never know. Never really know. But yeah, I think 2 more passes here. We'll get this little dog leg finished up. And we'll try and get out of the way of Jamie before he comes back into turnaround. But yeah, you can see it's making a grand job of the seed bed at least. That old drill is breaking it down a treat. You weren't wrong, it's really working this ground down well. I thought it had been a bit lumpier than that, given it's so wet, but it's working the charm.
Yeah, it's I'm getting quite a nice ride now with the discs. I hate to think what it'd be like if I was just driving straight on the plough.
We're handling it. It's managing all right, but yeah, I'm impressed with how it's all breaking down. Actually, really impressed. It is a little bit lighter at the top end of this field. I suppose gravity kind of dictates, but yeah, that bottom end's a bit of a mess. We might have to come in and sort that out for him one day if we keep on this land.
Yeah, I think so. There's definitely a drainage issue down that corner.
Oh, get back into reverse. There we go. I thought I was done a little bit too early there. We might just go this way actually. It's not a big pull, so we'll just back in and pull this out. I already put my ends in here when I started, so it reduces it down a little bit. Ploughing from the outside in today. That was the last time it was ploughed, was from the inside out, so we're swapping it around. There's usually a little bit of a furrow left, but because we're working it straight down there, Jamie's doing a grand job of catching it on the plough, so on the combination drill. So it doesn't look all too shabby at all, truth be told. But I will finish ourselves up here, and then I will go and get ourselves back down to the yard, I think. Alright, everything is looking pretty good there. Got most of the mud and the dirt off. All you need to do now is fold it over. And it's going to go into transport position there. Top link has been slackened off, so it is good to go. We'll lower that back down and we're away. Rightio then, Jamie. I am out of here. I'm going to head back down to the yard.
Alright, I'll see you down there in a bit. I've just got to finish off here. I forgot to press the button on my CB.
Yeah, I thought that might have been the case. Not to worry anyway, we'll catch you down there, and I'm probably going to take the plough off. I haven't got anything else coming in for ploughing, so we'll hitch that off and I'll put the spreader on, I think.
Cool, I will see you back there.
Alright, and away we go. Let's get some beacons on here. This yard is the main, like a big farmyard actually, but my god is it messy. If we were to come into here, we'd have to really clean it up. Jamie's left all of his toys everywhere. There we go. Let's just get my diff locks turned off and my 4-wheel drive. That's splendid. And away we go. Well then, folks, it's about a 15-20, maybe a 15-minute drive from here actually, so we're just going to take our time. Try not to get the tractor too dirty. Look at it all. You can see how much rain we've had around here recently. But we will push on and we'll get back to the yard there. So, and then we'll be able to call it a day. Get my feet up and maybe get home early for once. You never know. Okay, so we are just up the hill here. That's the local store back on the left-hand side there. That's where we like to go and spend all of our money on machinery that we don't really need, but we want. So Lord knows we'll be back in there sometime soon. It's super quiet around here actually today. That's interesting. And this is us. So what I typically do is swing out so I don't clip my own sign. And then swing into here as well. Jobs are good in. Excellent stuff. So what I'll probably do here is just park this up for now and give you a bit of a tour of what we've got floating around the yard here. We've been slowly over the past 2.5 years, building up our equipment. Obviously, my tractor, Jamie's tractor. I've left my lights on. There we go. So you can see some of our equipment is a little bit more modern. Things like the spreader is a bit bigger, a bit more modern, so we can have a higher output when we need to. The rig's it looks in immaculate condition, but let me tell you, it is quite old. We put a bit of work into improving that. And a lovely old bale trailer that probably needs a little bit of work on the floor. Nothing too substantial. And we actually converted this from an old Arctic trailer. And we put a dolly on the front of it, and it does its job really. We have a low loader, and the main reason we have this hunkin' low loader is for the beastie in the shed over here. This is our wheeled loader, and look at it. Hello, doggo. This is our Hanomag. It's a monstrous wheel loader. We typically use it for a lot of handling of kind of big bulk items, really. So a lot of sugar beet loading. There's a few sugar beet farms around here that we load sugar beet into the conveyor belts. It's great for loading straw onto lorries. Actually, it's really good for that. And as you come around here, you can see it's not very quick, so we have to jump it onto the back of the low loader every time we want to shift it anywhere. But that's not a problem. But as you can see, it is just a bit of a boxy old thing. Very numb, but it's got some power to it, which is ideal. So we have that. And then this is my favourite shed. This is the shed with all the toys in. We've got, of course, our spray there. Again, nothing too new or fancy yet. If we could get to the stage where we have an array of kind of section control, GPS automated, that would be perfect. But we're nowhere near there yet, sadly. And then here we have our forage and our beautiful combine. This was a significant investment for us at the time, really was. But we needed something. We had customers who needed assistance with harvest, and we had no output. So we took the plunge, and that was really the big step towards us becoming where we are now. This old girl, the Quadrant 1200, is as much about knowing witchcraft as it is about being able to be a mechanic. All the knot is on the back of this baler, so inside there are, I think I need a wand to fix those rather than anything else. They are atrocious at times. We have a lovely little McHale 550 baler. We do a lot of hay, a lot of straw around bales as well for customers if they want. So that's a lovely small thing. Very simple, very easy to use. It's net wrap, but it's it's a grand little thing. And then of course our lovely Class Mega 208, which is a real gem of a machine. And that's us. So like I say, we're a bit of a small operation at the moment. Always looking to get bigger and better. We will be over the while, and I think we would like you to come along and join us for the journey. So we will see how that goes over the coming days, weeks, months, years. Who knows? But so it is just Jamie and myself. Like I say, maybe one day we will be able to get some extra hand in to come and give us some help when we need it. But at the moment, we're just not there yet. We haven't got a second tractor, and we haven't got the output. Occasionally we might get a driver to come in the summer when one of us is on the combine and someone can drive a tractor, but even then, and what I must show you is probably two of my favourite pieces of equipment, which are these two lovely old Class trailers. Now these were picked up from a dispersal sale actually, where we got the New Holland from, and look at them. Don't see many of those around these days, but we spent a bit of time and effort surfacing them all and putting all of the air brakes and hydraulics back in properly so they work, but money well spent. They're strong, reliable trailers, are those. And that's it. So at this stage, I will leave you to it. I'm going to jump back into the tractor and put the spinner on the back. So until next time, thank you ever so much for watching the first two episodes of Cornbrook Contractors. If you have enjoyed them, don't forget to smash that like button, drop any comments down below, and share the videos around. If you'd like to keep up to date with what's going on in the Cornbrook series, then don't forget to subscribe to Simulation for the Nation and, of course, Virtual Farmer, where you'll be able to keep up to date with everything that's going on. And we will see you in the next installment. So until then, stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, and we'll see you later.